Welcome back to my channel, guys. Topic that I want to discuss is the road that is least traveled. So, as you see with our MGTOW symbol, you see right there, this is the road that's most traveled. This is the road that is least traveled. If you see this right here, this road right here leads to hell. This road right here leads to heaven. So, what I want to talk about in today's channel is this. You don't want to go on this path. This is the path of the world. This is the path of the world that leads to nowhere. It leads to hell, to suffering. This road right here leads to heaven, leads to Yeshua, or Jesus Christ. So, what I feel that's not frequently talked about in our community is Yeshua. So if you take a look right here, this is where most Americans are at, this road right here. This road to lust, and other sins. So, what many in the community talk about is this road right here. But it doesn't have much meaning at all, because they still want to chase after these things. They still want to chase after women, to sin with lust. And so, with many in the community that are on this path right here, it's really still that path right here. Even though they can see through the red pill lens, it doesn't have very much meaning at all. It doesn't have really any meaning unless you use this path right here to go to Yeshua. Once you see through the red pill lens, you see you're going down this path right here, but then you start to think about the red pill and you start going down this path. You need to use this road to go to Yeshua. So once you use this red pill to go on this path, Yeshua gives you direction. Gives you direction to the gates of heaven. This path right here leads to the gates of hell. So, when you think about the red pill, you think about how women really are and how society is and how it really lacks meaning. See, some concepts in this society that's promoted by the society is that we should go sleep around with every single woman on the planet, pretty much. That we should chase after money and wealth. Well, you can't take money and wealth with you to the other side, into the afterlife. You just can't. You're born into the world with nothing, and you leave this world with nothing. So instead of chasing after senseless things in life, instead of doing this, you should do this. Because then you're chasing after something in life that has meaning. It has meaning if you chase after the Lord. Granted, I'm not a perfect Christian or anything. I make my own mistakes and I sin too. We all fall short of the Lord. But we should all, in my opinion, chase after the Lord. If you notice, society itself promotes all kinds of things that lead to your destruction. Everything from binge drinking, to sleeping around, to the use of illicit drugs, to all kinds of destructive behaviors right here. Oh, getting in debt just to get a nice old sports car that you really didn't want, but you think it will allow you to get more women and everything. It's just, you really got to think about these things. Because the world as it is right now lacks meaning. It only has meaning whenever you follow Yeshua. And if you can think back to one of my last videos, you will think about Paul and what I said about Paul, where Paul had said that it's best to not have any sexual relations with a woman. So basically, given the context of everything, you can gather one of two things. You can gather that it's best not to have romantic relations with a woman, and you can gather that it's best to chase after the Lord instead. So really, being single is a gift. It truly is, because whenever you have a woman around, you're consumed with the desires of the world. You're consumed with worldly things. You're consumed with trying to please that woman and all the other things that come with it, because you have to get all that money to keep that woman pleased and everything. That woman really just turns into an idol for most men. And if you're familiar with the Bible, you're aware of idolatry. So really, you're bowing down to the altar of that woman, to that altar of that money, to that altar of that nice sports car, or that nice house, and all this other worldly stuff. Worshipping all these idols instead of worshiping the Lord. So, once you decide to go down this least traveled path, it only means something if you use this path to reach Jesus. It only means something then. Otherwise, you're still lost. You're still going down this path. And this path right here leads to hell. But if you use this path right here to find Jesus, it leads to heaven. It says in the Bible that Jesus is the only way to get to the Lord, to get to heaven. Jesus is the only way that you can get to God. But we live in a multicultural world where everybody thinks that all these foreign deities and everything are going to get them to heaven and the afterlife and everything. No. all those foreign deities are going to do is they're going to lead you straight down to hell. So once you have that courage to be MGTOW, to stand apart from the crowd, and to not go with that flow, you also need to have that courage to chase after Yeshua. That way you're off of that path. Because the path to hell is wide and many people are going down it. But the path to heaven is small. It's very, very narrow. And there's not many people going down it. And it's a hard path, but it's worth it. It's very easy to go to hell, but it's challenging to go to heaven. So with that topic discussed, I hope I provided some food for thought for my audience right there. Have a nice day.